Hey everybody, how's it going? Bart of the Red Hand here, back today with another video. Before we get into it, I want to remind everybody that I have a Discord server, so if you want to come chat with me and other Wheel of Time fans, I'll have that link down below. Further, I also have launched my Patreon. That's right, if you want to help support the channel, go over there, check out the tiers, and see if there's any that interest you. And then before we move on, let's go ahead. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment once you're done with the video down below, or comment throughout the video if that's how you prefer. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's video topic. Today, we are going to be listening to Wheel of Time Metal. Yes, that is right. I'm going to be doing a Wheel of Time Metal review here on this channel. It's going to be kind of a react/review thing I'm doing. Quick editing update here. I realized that about halfway through editing the video was going to be close to 40 minutes long. We all know that no one really wants to sit through a 40-minute long video of just me reacting to metal songs. So instead, I'm going to break this up into 3 parts. There's going to be about 3 songs covered in each video. And at the culmination of the series, I'll release my companion article over on thegreatblight.com. So a little bit of background before we get started. Like many of you, Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time is one of my favorite book series. I spend significant portions of my day thinking about it, the upcoming TV show, and how it has impacted the modern fantasy landscape. A quick visit over to places such as Twitter of Time, and it will become apparent that I'm not the only person who's like this. Another thing that you'll probably notice over there is that there are a lot of fans who wish to intersect the Wheel of Time with their other fandoms. This can include anything from sitcom casting characters and drawing parallels to song parodies. Truly, the WoT fandom is filled to the brim with a unique intersection of fans. It's no surprise then to find that there's a fair amount of crossover between the Wheel of Time and heavy metal. I just want you to know that yes, this excites me. Personally, I'm a huge metalhead. I started off with Metallica, as a lot of kids my age did, and found my way to more subgenres through them, specifically heavier and more extremes. So I went from thrash metal to groove metal, then to death metal, and eventually found my way into black metal.
Which is a whole thing we're not going to get into.
After finding all those, I eventually was introduced to the subgenres melodic death metal, power metal, and progressive metal, my 3 current favorite genres of heavy metal. So, being such a big Wheel of Time fan and loving heavy metal, of course, I know about Blind Guardian's 2010 9-minute long epic Wheel of Time, off of their album At the Edge of Time. However, did you know that that's not the earliest Wheel of Time metal song? In fact, I found a few that came out just a little bit earlier than that one. So I hope you'll sit down, strap in, and join me as I run through and review each of these tracks. I'll mostly judge the songs on their relation to the Wheel of Time through the lyrics, but I will give the song a rating in terms of how much I enjoyed the composition and the production value of the song. I do want to add a quick note here that all the ratings are on a scale of 0 to 10, and fair warning, as a metalhead, I'm already predisposed to liking basically all of the songs on this list, so the ratings are going to skew higher for me because it's what I'm into. I've tried to be as critical and a little bit more objective as possible. However, you will notice that there are very few low scores, and this is just due to the fact that I'm willing to tolerate some of the tropes, for lack of a better term, of the various genres, more so than maybe a non-metal head. I like almost all of these songs. Alright, so I forgot to mention that I'm not going to play the entire songs on the video. I'll include every song down below in a link, and maybe I'll put together a playlist so you can easily listen to them all in the order I'm going to run through in this video. Alright, kicking off our list is going to be The Voice Inside by Dreamtone and Iris Mavraki's Neverland. This is a band that was a joint venture between a Greek singer and a Turkish band. It was released in 2010, same year as Blind Guardian's At the Edge of Time. So yeah, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Yeah, that song is kind of a progressive metal song more so than like power metal. I like it. I like the composition. It's got a lot of things that I personally enjoy, a lot of intricate guitar parts, counterpoint harmonies going on here, and so on and so forth. So I would say its weakest aspect is the vocal mix. I find it difficult to understand the singer at times, and it sounds a little hollow. In fact, the entire production sounds a little hollow, but given that this song came out in 2010 and it's from essentially a Turkish band, that's not particularly uncommon for bands in that area of the world, especially in this era. There are numerous bands from like around the Mediterranean and Middle East that released albums from like 2003 to 2010, and they all sound similar to this. But overall, despite that, I like the composition of the song so much, I'm going to go ahead and rate the actual song an 8. Now, as for the lyrics, I went and looked them up. It's not like super easy to determine it's about what until the very end of the song, because they end the song on the line, "The wheel weaves as the wheel wills," and they repeat that as they fade out. It's difficult to rate them anything higher than a 6. Like, once you know the song is about the Wheel of Time and you go back, it's really easy to see that, yes, they are singing about Rand and his journey. But honestly, if you remove "the wheel weaves as the wheel wills" at the end, it could be about any fantasy farm boy. Like, it doesn't have to be about Rand. Yeah, 6 out of 10 for the lyrics, 8 out of 10 for the composition. I will note that the band did dedicate this song to the memory of Robert Jordan, so they get a lot of love for that. All right, up next, we have a Scottish band called Farseer. This song is titled "Luck of the Joker." I'm going to let you just guess who that's going to be about. Ooh! Ooh, Jack of the Shadows line. Pretty awesome, I gotta say. Definitely did not anticipate a song about Matt for whatever reason. I just always assumed most Wheel of Time songs were just going to be about Rand because he's the main character, and his journey is kind of the most straightforward hero's path. But yeah, here we have one all about Matt, all about his luck. They even dropped a reference to Jack of the Shadows right in the song, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rate this one like a 7 out of 10. I think they did a very good job of capturing Matt, kind of his attitude. I'm kind of thinking of like if they ever made like a Wheel of Time, like Super Nintendo style side-scrolling brawler, this could be like Matt's like level character theme or something. You know, as you're just moving through and he's bashing Trollocs and maybe Shido in with his Ashendari. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah. So 7 out of 10 on the song. The lyrics, I'm going to rate an 8 out of 10. They have plenty of Wheel of Time references, especially towards Matt and his endeavors and storyline throughout the books. It's very obviously about Wheel of Time. Very well put together in terms of like understanding Matt's story structure and his character path. And then on top of that, I do want to call out that the first song on this album is actually called Jack of the Shadows. So it's very short. It's only like 45 seconds or so. So if you want to listen to that, I'll include a link to it and this one down below. All right, next up we have Freternia. This is a veteran Swedish power metal act. I know of them from a long time ago, but they haven't released anything in like over a decade. So this is kind of a comeback for them, I guess. This song is titled Reborn. I'm gonna surmise it's about Rand. very power metal. Very power metal. I'm digging it. So yeah, Freternia, I quite like that song, but I'm trying to be a little bit objective here, and there's nothing really pushing the bounds in this song. The riffage, as we like to call it, is fairly standard for what you would find in power metal. Vocals are your essential, like, power metal starter kit vocals. So yeah, I'm going to give the song like a 6 out of 10, which is not bad. 6 out of 10 is not bad. Like, I would listen to this song a couple times over and probably just really enjoy myself the whole time. I have to say that the production is 100% professional. It's very clean. Very much what I expect from European metal in terms of just how clean and how punchy everything is. And the vocals are, of course, super crisp, which is another hallmark of European production. The lyrics, I'm going to rate that they're a 7 out of 10, actually, though. They cover the events that Rand goes through from books 1 to 4, and they kind of intermix what's happening. Like, things are not necessarily linear, but they're not so far out of the way that it's difficult to understand. Another reason I like this is it saves readers from late series spoilers. So we all know that books 1 to 4 are really the introduction to the Wheel of Time. I mean, if it were a shorter book series, books 1 through 4 would basically be like the first book almost. All right, everyone, thanks for sticking with me to the end of the video. As I stated, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. Be on the lookout for parts 2 and 3 in the coming weeks. I had a blast making these videos, and I hope you've all enjoyed them as well. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you don't miss any Wheel of Time content from me. If you want to support me, you can find my Patreon linked down below. My lowest tier is only $1. I also will have my Discord server linked below if you want to come chat with me and other Wheel of Time fans. And you can follow my socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at RedHandBard or the Bard of the Red Hand. As always, I appreciate you tuning in.